Hello and welcome to DIY Ideas. Today I'm going to show you how you can do this wonderful face mask for sleeping, and I'm going to show you how you can do it all by yourself. So you're going to need a little bit of fabric, a couple more things, so I'll show you right now what those are and let's get started. So this is all that we're going to need for today. So first some fabric scissors, some pins, something to measure with, then a sewing needle, some yarn for it, some thread, and then we have here a paper pattern basically that we're going to use for cutting out our fabric. So you can use any kind of fabric that you have or would like to use. And yeah, you can use something softer for the inside and something a bit more robust for the outside, but that's completely up to you. So I have here one rougher piece, a little bit sturdier, and then two softer pieces for the inside. So I'm doing 3 layers just to make sure that it's really dark when I wear it and so that the light doesn't get through. But of course, if you have darker fabric or thicker fabric, you won't need as many layers. You can even do more than 3 if you prefer. So yeah, here is a paper cutout in the shape that I want. So the size is of course completely up to you, but just to have an approximation, I have here 8 centimeters times 20 centimeters in its length. So yeah, I'm gonna do 1 more centimeter for the stitches and that's all I need. And then the last piece is some elastic band of any kind, so anything that stretches, and to make sure that you're comfortable while you wear your mask. So yeah, this is all there is to it. Here, I'm not going to recommend the length because you need to have something that keeps it on your head but is still comfortable, so make sure you have your own. Okay, so now that I cut this out, this is all the prep that we need basically. And you see here how I added the 1 centimeter on each side for the stitches. So this is going to go to the stitches and then it's going to be a little bit smaller later, which is exactly what we want. So yeah, here's the outside fabric and then 2 times the inside fabric, the softer one. So what we're going to do now is put those pretty side on pretty side. So we're also going to work with the elastic band right away so that we don't have to do it later as an extra step. So we're going to put it on the inside and then we're going to kind of align the end where we want it to go out of the mask. So the beginning and the end, or the entrance and the exit, is what we want here. That's the important part. And then we're going to put this pretty side on pretty side. And then we're going to pin it so that it stays in place and doesn't slip while we sew. Okay, now all that we need to do is do a regular straight stitch here all around and make sure you leave a little opening on the side so that we can turn it inside out when we're done. Optionally, you can do a zigzag stitch instead of a straight one. So this is what it looks like for now. So you see here a straight stitch that I did. I left a little opening here on the bottom, so I secured the stitch here, went a couple of times there and back. That's what's called securing the stitch. On the other side, I did the same thing, and then we can turn it inside out. And this is our mask for now. So you see that we have everything in place. The band is there where it's supposed to be. And yeah, just pull it a little bit so that you can see that no stitches are ripping or anything weird is going on. And yeah, now all we need to do is iron this a little bit so that it's straighter and it looks a little bit neater and not so puffy. But apart from that, we're pretty much done. So yeah, all that we need to do is close up this little opening, iron over it, and that's basically it. So you can do this by hand or you can go over it with your sewing machine. That's completely up to you as long as you close this opening up. and I wanted to show you the end result that I have here, and I have to say I'm really amazed at how well it worked and how quick this was. I really love the style, but of course, depending on your style, you might do something a little bit different, and of course, depending on the fabric that you have or can find. But yeah, this is how you can upcycle a lot of fabric that you may be not using at home from old t-shirts or any other clothing that you like but just can't wear anymore. So yeah, it's a really cool project and it's a really useful thing to have. And yeah, I have one optional trick that I'm gonna tell you about. You can do this, but you don't have to. Just go around with an extra stitch on the outside to make it a little bit flatter and so that you don't have to iron over it every time you wash it. But this is completely optional and up to you. I hope you guys enjoyed. Feel free to subscribe, shoot a thumbs up, and click on our next video. Have a great day. Bye!